Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh. Like, I seriously, I can't. The sun will come out tomorrow.
Looks good.
Bet your bottom dollar till tomorrow. There'll be sun tomorrow. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I really just wanted to try out some things that I recently purchased at Walmart, along with a couple things that were sent to me. But I'm mostly excited about these products that I saw at Walmart. I just was walking through the makeup section and I saw these things and I had to buy them. I actually saw this palette a couple times ago when I was at Walmart a couple times ago. You know what I'm trying to say. This is the Profusion Wanderlust palette and it just spoke to me. You guys already probably know how much I love the Temptress palette. The color scheme is very similar. The colors are not exact. There is actually one exact shadow in the Wanderlust palette that's in the Temptress palette, but this is their holiday one. So I think that this is limited edition. So I really wanted to pick this one up because if for some reason the Temptress palette goes away, we have this Wanderlust palette. It is different to me though, because you have more earthy tones and then you have some really fun, bright, vibrant colors too. I don't know what look I'm gonna do yet because there's just so many gorgeous shades in that palette, so I'm really excited about that. I also picked up a Maybelline bronzer that I've been wanting to try. I did pick up a CoverGirl foundation, this active foundation, a couple of the new Maybelline Universal lipsticks, so I have those. What else did I pick up? This Milani Intense Bronze Glow bronzer, so it's like a glowy bronzer that I'm gonna try to wear on top of the matte bronzer that I purchased, so that's what I'm super excited to try. CoverGirl also did send me some active products. They didn't send me that foundation. I picked that up, but they did send me the mascara, a setting spray. So anyways, let's get right into the tutorial. I am going to start with my eyes, and you guys, I used the e.l.f. brow pencil today, the one that I just tried from the Walmart favorites box. I will link that video down below or up here if you guys have not seen that yet, but I'm so surprised that I hadn't tried this yet. And I've really been loving the formula. The color is a perfect match for me, so that's what I've got in my brows. For eyelid prep, I think I'm going to go ahead and use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I really want to try the new L'Oreal concealers or also the e.l.f. concealer I've been seeing going around, but I did not see those in my Walmart yet, so I'm just using an old favorite. And we're gonna go ahead and blend out that concealer with a sponge just to cancel out any discoloration and to prime the lids for some gorgeous eyeshadows. I'm really excited to use that palette, you guys. You have no idea. I'm gonna take a smaller brush and go into the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, and I'm gonna use this to kind of set the eyelid area. I'm just gonna use a very small amount, that way it sets down the concealer, but it's not too stark of a banana color. All right, you guys, the time has come. Let's dip into the Profusion Wanderlust palette. If you didn't know, these palettes are $10 at Walmart. They used to only be at Target. I don't have a Target near me. Now they carry it at my Walmart, and I'm so excited because it truly is a brand that I'm just excited about. And so I'm happy that it's accessible to me. I don't know which color I want to do. Okay, if you can't tell already, this is not untouched. I swatched it as soon as I got home the other day when I purchased it. I just couldn't help myself. So I've kind of swatched it. I have not put them on the eyes yet. I wish you could like answer back to me right now and tell me what kind of look to do because I can't decide on whether I should do something earthy with the greens or something super fun with the purples. Or maybe something in between. I know I want to use this shade right here. So I think I'm just going to start out with this shade right here called Statement. I think it's a safe place to begin. And I'm just going to start to apply that in the crease area. I'm curious to see if this formula is as good as the Temptress palette. Whoa. So far, it seems like it's the same. I really love the formula of the Temptress palette, so I'm assuming that I will also love the formula of this. It is much more pigmented than I thought. I got a lot more color on that eye than I was planning, which is not a bad thing, but I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of a lighter hand on this eye and just buff it out until it's nice and faded in the crease and kind of moving up toward the brow a little bit. And I'm just gonna keep building it until it matches the other eye. It's been a really long time since I've done a halo eye. I might try to do something like that. Yeah, maybe like a blue halo eye. I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow here. I'm gonna take Enigma, which is actually the one shade that is also in the Temptress palette. And I remember I used this in a tutorial, I think the last time I used the Temptress palette on my channel, and I really like this shade. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start to pack that on the outer portion of the eyelid. And I do want to do a halo look, so I'm just going to keep pressing this until it builds up quite a bit. And I am going to blend it into that brown shade that we have in the transition. And then I'm also just going to take it lightly in this inner corner here. We're just going to start to build this up, leaving the center area open so that in the end we can kind of create a gradient and make it a nice halo eye. I feel like just having fun today with my makeup, so I don't really know if this has much of an occasion attached to it, but we're just gonna play with color. That's my favorite thing to do with makeup, is just sit down and kind of wing it. I feel like that's how you come up with the best kinds of looks, by just trying something new and playing with new colors. So I'm just going in light layers, and I'm kind of using more of a packing motion to press the pigment on. And then once there's less pigment on the brush, I like to kind of take it and buff it a little bit to mix it with the brown in the crease. Okay, so we can kind of see the base of the dimension that's going on. I swatched this shade right here called Cruise when I first got this, and it is so gorgeous. So we're just going to kind of pack that closer to the inner portion. I want to keep the mattes at the very edge of the eye, so I'm just kind of piling this on top of some of that matte blue, but it's going to be inward slightly so that we can keep some of the shimmer more toward the center of the lid, which ultimately in the end creates that halo look. So I'm just using a pressing motion on a flatter brush to build up that pigment on the outsides of the eye. Oh, it is so pretty. I didn't even wet the brush, you guys, and it has the prettiest metallic foil to it. Do you see that? It truly baffles me that these palettes are $10. Like, I truly don't even know how. I'm just flipping that brush over and going into the shade right above it called Stormy. And I'm filling in the gap. I'm gonna add something that's even more intense on top of this, but I kind of want to have a little bit more of a gradient going on before I add that pop. So I'm just going to apply this color in the center lid, and I'm already obsessed with how those colors are blending together. It's so pretty. All right, I'm taking a risk here. I'm gonna go into this bright pink. This is called Go Girl, and I'm just kind of pressing it so lightly through the crease because I realized that I want a little bit more color where the blue meets the crease. So I'm seriously going in so lightly along the crease to kind of add that pink right above where we were applying the brown. I just think that adds something so different and special. So I'm going to go in carefully on this eye as well. And these are blending so nicely, you guys. I'm loving it. Okay, I really love how those colors look together. All right, next we're gonna go into the really fun shades. I'm first gonna take this shade right here called Serious, and it's right above Stormy, and it's like kind of similar to that color, but it has a tiny bit of glitter in it. So I'm gonna take this and apply it on the center portion of the lid. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding me. This is so beautiful. Okay, I'm applying that across a larger portion of the lid because we're going to be adding another shade on top of it to really make the lid pop in the center. But I kind of want to keep up with that gradient theme with this halo eye, and I'm just kind of pressing that, focusing it mostly on the center of the lid, but also moving my finger across the lid in the center just to kind of add glitter all over. I am in love with that. Oh my goodness. I hope it's picking up on camera the way it looks in person. Okay, now I really want to apply this shade right here called Frosting. This is kind of the shade that made me want to buy the palette. I'm just going to take this on my finger as well, and I'm going to really carefully press this just in the center of the lid. I want this to be kind of the focal point when I blink, to have that in the center. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, I'm having so much fun right now. I feel like a literal mermaid. Oh, I'm so happy. This looks so cool. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna do on the top lid right now. Okay, I'm actually taking a little bit of Enigma, which was that deep blue, and I just want to add that to the outer corner again to deepen it up just a little bit so that we really maintain full dimension with this halo eye look. I'm also going to pop a little bit more in this inner corner here just because I added a few more colors on top, and I feel like that depth kind of could be improved right on these inner portions and then on the outer portion of the eye. Cool. I love this so far. I'm going to take a makeup wipe and just wipe away any fallout. There was a little bit of fallout, especially since we used blue shadows, but honestly it's pretty minimal, so I can't complain, but I would recommend doing your eyes first with these shadows if you're planning on doing something pretty bold. I'm just going to take my finger and press the line down just so that we have the shape there. But I don't want like a harsh line. I want it to really blend into the skin. So I'm just gonna take my finger to press that down. Wow, well, I'm having a very fun time. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of eyeliner. This is from the CoverGirl active line. It's the Get in Line active eyeliner, and I don't normally like liquid eyeliner, so I'm really hoping that I don't botch my eye look with this. But since CoverGirl sent it to me recently and I'm trying the active foundation, I thought, you know what, we will try out this eyeliner. So I'm just gonna try to apply this right up against the lash line, and I'm actually only going to apply it on half of my eyelid so that it defines that outer portion. And then once you apply mascara, it's gonna kind of create more of a winged out look with the definition just on the outer half. So there's that. I didn't notice anything crazy about this eyeliner. It just seemed to go on like a normal liquid liner. So to me, there's nothing special about it upon application. I'm gonna go into the CoverGirl Lash Blast Active Mascara, which I really hope isn't waterproof. Oh, I hope not. I really love CoverGirl mascaras, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply 2 to 3 coats to the top lashes. Also, isn't this color so good? I really love the color of this mascara bottle, but I need this mascara to be voluminous. I need volume with this look. We'll see if I can build it up. So I'd say this is definitely more of a lengthening mascara than it is a volumizing mascara. You do get a little bit of volume, but it's definitely not as much as I prefer. You guys probably know I love like huge eyelashes, especially when doing bold looks like this, but I was able to build it up quite a bit, so I'm not too mad at it. It just wouldn't be a mascara that I would choose to go with a bold look personally. All right, let's move on to complexion. I'm gonna go into the CoverGirl True Blend Base Business Illuminating Primer. I don't remember ever trying this. This was just laying in my things, but I really wanted to have a little bit more of a luminous base underneath my foundation because I've been really into more dewy skin, which is so crazy for me to say because I feel like it wasn't that long ago that I was so into super matte everything, but I feel like my preferences have changed. I've learned how to use dewy products in the right way, and it's just made me really love a dewy base. That went on really nice. I seriously don't remember ever trying this because I don't remember ever feeling this texture or smelling this smell, but I feel like that left my skin looking extremely illuminated, which is good. So we're gonna go into the CoverGirl Outlast Active Foundation. This is supposed to last 24 hours, and I hate to do this, but I will not have a chance to do a wear test today since I'm pre-filming videos this week. So for now, we're just going to apply it and then we'll judge it off of like application. We'll see how the finish is. If I hate the finish, I'm not even gonna bother trying to wear it, but if we like how it looks with everything when all is said and done, I will definitely wear it again and do more of a wear test. There are just so many foundations that have launched recently that I feel like I can't do full wear tests for every single one in like a short period of time. So, but I still wanted to try this to show you how it looks on the skin. It's definitely not a full coverage. You do get some coverage, but maybe that's why it's part of their active line, just because I feel like a full coverage foundation wouldn't really make sense to wear to the gym necessarily. I would personally just want something that would even out my skin tone maybe. I don't wear makeup when I work out, but it's just interesting that there's so many brands coming out with like active lines as far as makeup goes. I put a little bit more on my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and dip into that with my sponge, and then we're just gonna go over everything with the sponge to get rid of any brush marks and to really press it into the skin. I like doing this because it leaves the skin looking more fresh and radiant. So I like how that looks on my skin. I'm not obsessed with it, but I feel like it does look pretty nice. I don't think it's my favorite foundation I've ever applied just because it feels kind of heavy, but it doesn't give me enough coverage. I feel like it looks pretty nice on the skin. I personally feel like I would have liked a little bit more coverage with the foundation with this glam look, but we can always spot conceal. I'm gonna go into my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, and we need something pretty bright and light underneath the eyes because we're using blue eyeshadow, so that can really tend to enhance any discoloration that you have underneath the eyes. So I'm really going to apply that generously under the eye area. I'm going to apply a little bit down the center of the face as well. And then I'm going to take the shade Light, and I'm just going to cover up any blemishes that are peeking through, as well as any redness. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and blend everything out with that same sponge, starting with the dark concealer and then moving on to the under eye area and center of the face. I really love this concealer, you guys. Especially for glam looks, it just smooths out the skin. It gives the right amount of coverage. It's such a drugstore classic. All right, we're gonna go back into the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, and I'm gonna use this to set the under eye concealer. I really want that area to be nice and bright since we have so many colorful things going on the lids. I'm also gonna take the banana powder and set the T-zone a little bit. So down the center of the face, the nose, the chin, forehead, like that. Then we're going to go into the Physicians Formula Healthy Powder, and this is what I'm going to use to lock in the rest of the face. This will give a little bit more luminosity to the skin and a little bit of coverage as well. I'm going to really focus this on just the cheeks, and I'm really just taking a little bit of this because I feel like you can go overboard fast with this powder, but if you use it right, it has a really nice luminosity to it that I really like. So I'm just going to go ahead and set the forehead with this as well. We are going to continue with the glow, and I'm going to go in with the Milani Prep Set and Glow Illuminating Transparent Powder. I'm just going to use that same brush, and I'm going to put this all over the skin to add back in more luminosity. Even though we're nice and powdered and this makeup really isn't going to budge since we're powdering everything, I really like to add back in that glow because I feel like it just kind of gets rid of any powdery finish and makes everything look nice and polished and fresh. So I'm just adding that all over the skin. Let's finish the eyes before we do the rest of the complexion. And really we're just gonna take those same shades, starting with Enigma, which is that dark blue. I'm gonna really start to buff this on the lower lash line, on that inner corner and outer corner. And I am gonna try the best I can to leave the center a little bit more open. It might not be perfect since that area is so small, and I'm connecting it to the existing shadows out here. Then we're going to take the pink shade called Go Girl, and I'm going to super lightly blend this underneath the entire lower lash line. I took a very small amount though, just so that I can keep buffing it out so it's not too harsh underneath the lower lash line. It's kind of turning purple as it's mixing with the blue, but I think that kind of looks cool. All right, now I'm going to take this shade Stormy, which was that metallic teal that we applied before the glitter shades, and I'm just going to run that along most of the center of the lower lash line. I'm going to take the same brush and we're going to dip into Serious, which was the first glitter shade that we used on the lid, and I'm just going to press that along the lower lash line, again focusing it more in the middle. And now for the very fun part, we're going to take the shade Frosting, tap off the extra, and I'm really going to apply this just on the center. And then I'm just going to take the brush that we used with the pink and kind of dust underneath the lower lash line to further blend that out. All right, now I'm just getting creative. Ooh, I want to put an eyeliner in the waterline, and I have these right here from Dose of Colors. I think I'm going to use the shade Crushed, which is just a purple. It's a vibrant purple though, and I'm going to line the waterline with this just for an extra pop of color. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and apply some mascara to the lower lashes. I'm going to use that same CoverGirl mascara to do so. I don't know how much I like this mascara. I just really think I needed something more voluminous for this look, but we're just going along with it anyway. I also did smudge a little bit underneath on accident, so I'm just brushing that away. I'm just taking a tiny bit more of the banana powder underneath the eye and kind of along these edges here to really brighten and clean up that area. All right, let's move on to the face. I'm so excited to try the Maybelline City Bronzer. They had 3 shades of this, 100, 200, and 300, I believe. They were actually sold out of 200, so I didn't really see what that looked like. So I picked up this one. It's the lightest shade, and I'm kind of curious to see how much it will show up. I feel like it will once I build it. So let's go ahead and apply this. I'm going to start by taking just kind of a smaller angled brush. This is the Morphe M405, and I'm just going to start to press that onto the cheeks. And I'm just going to see what happens. I actually heard good things about this from Mariah Leonard. I will link her channel down below. But she recently talked about drugstore products that had replaced her high end, and this was one of them. So I, of course, had to go pick it up. I feel like she gives good recommendations, so I do have high hopes for this bronzer. And it seems as though it's building up pretty nicely. I do like to apply this to the forehead just to kind of warm that area up a little bit. I'm also going to apply it along the jaw and down the neck. I'm also going to run it down the sides of the nose. Okay, I feel like that's a really nice bronzer shade, and I do really like how it's buildable because if you have fair skin like me, sometimes it's easy to go overboard with the bronzer, but I feel like with this you really can't. you can just build it up and it will look really nice as you build it. So far so good. That blended really nicely. I like how it looks. So I am excited about that. All right, this is not a drugstore product. Let me put that out there right now, but I just really want to try it. It's from MAC. I recently got this in PR. It's the Hyper Real Glow Palette. And I was really intrigued by it because it's 3 super light shades. And since I have very fair skin, I was intrigued. So let's go ahead and try this out. I'm going to start with this gold shade right here. And this is called Gleam Sheen. And I'm going to apply this to the high points of the face. Ooh, it's buildable, which I personally really like in a highlighter because that means that you can build it up and make it look more like your skin is super dewy rather than a glittery stripe. Oh my gosh, whoa, it's really building up. So I'm just kind of going to tone it down with my finger. Also going to apply it to this side of the face. Wow, that's really pretty. Down the center of the nose. Cupid's bow. So that's the darkest shade in the palette. I'm kind of wanting to just play around. We'll mix these 2 shades. They look a little bit more holographic, even though they're not actually holographic, but they're kind of more of a pink undertone and they have a little bit of a duochrome shift to them. So I'm just gonna kind of add that on top. Interesting. I'm gonna take my powder brush and just buff over that slightly. I feel like that made it look a little too silvery for my preference, but you know what? This makeup look is already a little bit out there, so we're just going with it. In fact, I feel like it would look so cool in the inner corner. I was going to use a shade from this palette, which maybe I still could, but I want to try to use these 2 mixed from this MAC highlight palette, and let's pop that in the inner corner. I'm just kind of into an iridescent pink inner corner highlight, and I feel like it will kind of just tie the whole look together. Yes, I actually love that as an inner corner highlight. It is so beautiful. I'm just going to go ahead and apply what's left on the brush right underneath the brow, just to kind of lift that area up a little bit and to tie everything together again. Before I finish the look, I rarely do this, but I feel like this look needs some lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the Kiss lashes that I got in my Walmart beauty box that I filmed with the other day. Again, that video will be linked down below, but I'm just going to go ahead and pop some lashes on the top lid. I just feel like it needs it. Like this look, I don't know. I'm into it right now, but I feel like it needs something, and so I'm going to add these really quickly. I'll be right back. Alright, so the lashes are now on. I just feel like that helps complete the drama of the look. I know I normally don't do looks like this. That's kind of why I wanted to do lashes. We're just kind of going all out today. So for blush, I really wanted to do something that was going to bring more hydration and glow back to the skin. You guys, that highlighter, as it sits on the skin, it melts into the skin, and I'm obsessed with how it's making my skin look. So anyways, I wanted to use the Flower Beauty blush bombs. You guys know, or if you don't know, I love these so much. And I want to do something a little bit brighter. So I'm going to mix these 2 shades. I'm going to mix Bubbly and Nectar on the back of my hand, and we'll see what color we make. I'm going to try to do a little bit more of the Bubbly shade because it has a little bit more of a pop of color. It's a cooler toned pink, which I think will match really nice with the eye look. So that's what I put on the back of my hand. I'm just going to mix the 2. The coral's going to tone it down a little bit. Oh, pretty. Look, it matches my eyeshadow so good. Jeez. I really surprised myself with that color there. All right, I'm just gonna take it on the back of my sponge and I'm going to smile and press it on the fullest parts of the cheeks, the apples of the cheeks, if you will. And I'm just gonna keep pressing that until I get the right amount of pigment. I love that color. It's so fun to mix those colors and create your own custom blushes. Plus, I feel like it just matches so nicely with the eyeshadow. This is such a different look for me, you guys. It's definitely more like editorial, not editorial, just more of a creative look. Not something that you would probably see me wearing out, but I'm having so much fun tonight. It's so fun to do this. All right, so the blush is on. I'm kind of going to drag it up around the temples as well, just to kind of create like this overall flush. Maybe kind of stamp it across the nose a little bit. It's time for lipstick. I feel like one of these actually will look really nice. So Maybelline came out with a bunch of lipsticks that are supposed to be universally flattering, which is really cool. So basically, no matter what skin tone you are, you can wear these lip colors and they're supposed to flatter absolutely everybody. I'm actually really curious about that, if that's really true or not. But anyways, I thought I would pick a couple up. They had a lot of bright colors, but of course I went with like the more nude colors just because that's what I wear on an everyday basis. So I really thought if I was gonna try them, get some use use out of it, I should probably pick up the ones that are a little bit more neutral. So this one is 373 Mauve for me, or Mauve for me. Let's see what this one looks like with this eye look. So it definitely clashes in my opinion. The formula seems really promising, but I don't like that with that. It makes me look like a doll. I mean, the look already looks like a doll, but let's try the other one. And if these colors don't work, I'm gonna have to just like try to use it in another tutorial, and we might have to do something a lot more nude and subdued. This one is called Pink for me. This one might work. So I feel like that color does work with this look, but because we have bright blush and really bold eyes, I might try to do something super, super nude with this. But I wanted to show you guys anyway so you could see this lip color, and look how pretty it is. Like if I had a simple eye, it would look really nice with the rest of the complexion, but I just feel like we're looking like a carnival, so I'm just gonna try something super nude just to see what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna apply this Bare Minerals Bare Pro lipstick in the shade Peony. This is the lightest shade that they launched, and it's just like a really pretty nude. So I'm applying it and then blending it out with my finger. Yes, I think I like that so much more already, just because everything else is so bold, especially the eyes, that I really don't want to overdo it anywhere else. So I really do like that color. I'm wondering if I should throw a gloss on top. I'm seriously just making this up as I go because I'm just having so much fun today. I feel like I do want a gloss. Oh my gosh, what if I use this Almay gloss? I hated this when I applied it on my lips by itself. And this is also from the Walmart lip box, but then I applied it on top of the Burt's Bees lip color and it wasn't so bad. So let's see if it looks good or if it looks terrible on the center of the lips here. Kind of matches the eyes. I don't want too much. I'm just really focusing it on the center of the lips. That looks kind of cool. All right, let's assess the situation before we lock it in. Bronzer, I feel like looks good. I think this bronzer is really pretty. Highlighter looks amazing. I love the blush color I made. Cool, I had lots of fun. All right, let's go ahead and set it with the CoverGirl setting spray, even though I'm not gonna even go anywhere tonight. I do not need this to last very long at all, but we're just gonna lock it in to melt everything together. All right, I'm gonna spray it from pretty far away. It made a weird noise, but it smells like cucumbers. I'm just going to go ahead and use my handy fan to dry that down while I really lightly press down on the foundation and everything just to really help it melt into the skin. We are going to reassess the brows, brush them up again, and then let's set the brows. I've got this right here. It's the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. I'm just gonna run this through the brows really quick to make sure that they stay in place. Well, I don't know what came over me today. Was not planning on this being a fairy transformation, but this is the final look, you guys. I just had so much fun today. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you like the look. If you do, great. If you don't, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened today, but honestly, I feel like this is what happens when you go to the store and just find things that you're excited about. Oh my word, wait, I forgot to even try this. Oh no. We gotta back up a little bit. I'm gonna open up this Milani bronzer. I don't know if this is going to work for me, you guys, because I opened it when I got home and it's very, very dark. Do we try? We should try it, but it might ruin the look. Oh dear. Okay, I'm just going to see what it looks like on the back of my hand. Oh, I feel like we could totally do it. Okay, I'm gonna apply a little bit of this to the forehead area. Ooh, see the gold that it added? Okay, now we're extra glowy. That seems like a really pretty powder. It says you can use it on your body as well. I might have to like try this again on another video because I got so carried away I totally forgot. But isn't this cool? Like look how big the pan is and look how pretty. Like that's so fun, especially for summer. I feel like it would be really fun for summer. Right now I'm like so pale, but it did add a nice golden glow to the areas that I applied it. So that was cool. Okay, anyways, I just feel like this is what happens when you find things that you're inspired by. And this palette, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. This was $10. 10. Oh my gosh. Like I seriously, I can't even believe how good this is. $10, you're kidding me. Profusion, thank you so much for existing. I love you so much. I'm obsessed, you guys. This Wanderlust palette inspires me. I'm just in love with the eyeshadows. I love the glittery ones. That frosting shade was everything. I'm so excited about that palette. I already am excited to see what else I can create with it. The City Bronzer was really pretty. I loved the highlighter. Even though this isn't a drugstore item, I feel like it just made my whole skin, my whole face this look almost wet. It just brought so much life back to the skin, so I'm super excited about this. I just really like how this look turned out, you guys. The lipsticks, the formulas seem really promising. I'm definitely gonna have to check out the other shades. I'm kind of bummed that they didn't work with this look, but again, we just kind of went with the flow, and I am happy that we went with a more nude lip, aren't you? I think it looks better personally. But I am excited about this, and I think the concept is really cool because it means that anybody should be able to grab any of these lipsticks and they should be flattering, which is really nice. I think it's nice that it just takes out the guesswork. The Milani bronzer seems cool. I'm gonna have to keep using that though. The CoverGirl foundation, as of now, I'm trying to find a mirror. Okay. You know, it doesn't look bad at all. I feel like my complexion looks pretty nice. I don't know if upon application it was my favorite foundation I've tried. Honestly, you guys, there's just so many great foundations that are coming out that it's really hard to compare them all. I feel like they're all really good, but I feel like I'm critiquing foundations a little harder right now just because there are so many. So, I mean, I honestly am not mad at how it looks right now, but I also feel like there's other better ones at the drugstore right now. I don't know. I'm a little unsure. I do really like how it looks. I'm not sure if it's like my all-time favorite though. The mascara is great for every day, I feel like, at this point. I needed something more voluminous, so I definitely won't be using it again for more dramatic looks, but I'm gonna try it again on an everyday basis because I feel like I can get away with a more lengthened, not as voluminous lash when I don't have like a ton of eyeshadow on. Is that everything that I tried? I really hope so. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, the eyeliner? I don't know. I don't feel like you need it. Doesn't seem like anything special to me. So yeah, basically, moral of the story is if you see this at your Walmart, definitely check it out. Definitely consider purchasing it because it made me really excited and I just feel really creative. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was kind of all over the place, but I honestly just feel like I had the best time today. I really love moments like this where I feel like I was truly able to be creative with makeup and color and create something that's out of my comfort zone that I'm really happy with at the end. So this was really fun for me. I love you guys so much. Thanks for always coming back to my channel and for watching my videos. If you're new here, hello, my name is Allie and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button, and if you're already a subscriber, you can click on the notification bell and you'll be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays when I upload my videos. This lip combo is really good. Yeah, I really like this makeup look. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you. Bye!